So yeah, I don't think my mic was turned on at all today. Interesting. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I had to make a quick phone call, but it doesn't seem like the mic was turned on at all. So, welcome if it's your first time hearing me. So yeah, we're not no, we're just humans over here. So just be mindful that we're humans. But appreciate you bearing with me. Give me 1 second. Sweet guys, we're back. We play all day over there. That was cute. She was just calling to tell me that I'm not allowed to get any grapes today. So I will be starving. Yep, I got told that I can't eat any grapes. and I will be starving. So if she watches this, which she probably will, just know it's all your fault. So if you guys saw what we did there, got the wrong column. We're by bias a lot of times. So playing on the call column is we made that error, but it didn't get filled. Thank goodness. We got into the put column and then actually executed the trade right. If that ever happens to you, just make sure that you immediately cancel out the trade. Don't think that you're smarter than the market for some reason. Just cancel out the trade and go about your business. Right? Go about your business. But yeah, execution not too bad. Remember, this is 2-bar professional, so we can look back here. 1, 2. There's your 2 bars, right? Stop out above all of our buyers there, and then look at that. We are getting a pretty decent risk to reward of like 1.5 to 1 there. So not too bad on SMCI. I'll actually throw that in my notes there so we can watch that. We needed some plays potentially to the downside, and we'll let that kind of play out. SMCI. We treat these as kind of like fire and forget. So we don't once we enter the trade, unless there's like a major catalyst change, we don't necessarily and I mean major like war or like COVID. We don't really worry about it too much. Kind of stick to our guns there. We're stubborn in that capacity. So like even if we go back to the SPY there, we go back to the NQ. See what we got. So the first 15 minutes are pretty much done. And what you'll probably note too is the market's selling off pretty heavy, even though it kind of pulled to the upside a little bit pre-market, but not anything too crazy. So with it selling off, we trade this essentially the same way. You got your moving average clouds here that are double red, and then you have clearly it's selling off, right? So we're looking for it to rip into something like the into the VWAP before we could potentially make that sell, right? We're not looking to just hop in off the push to the downside. Why? Yeah, unless you got it at the morning, we like to let the first 15 minutes go by. It's going to be super choppy, super wavy anyway. Let that first 15 minutes go by, maybe even 30 minutes. Let it pull back, give you a nice clean setup. Pull back in the upper third. Kind of did that here, pulling back in the upper third, but it did that before. So how do you know yours is going to be the one that follows through? That's the reason why we kind of wait for a good clean setup, right? But also this major drop yesterday, we could be setting in for a new development for an uptrend. So watch out for that, right? This broke. Let me zoom in, bring it to the front of the classroom. This right here kind of broke structural slightly, but then kind of got back on track after hours. And this right here is definitely breaking structure. So we'll see. We'll see how the market shakes out here. Just kind of be patient in that regards. We can go look at ES as well. Kind of doing a similar story. I don't know why. Yeah, there we go. So very similar story from yesterday. Massive sell-off, and then you're definitely putting in higher highs and higher lows from yesterday's low, right? So it's got a lot of work to do because it's already reeling to the downside there. See if we can get some recovery. We're just waiting. Essentially, we're just waiting for alerts to pop up from our homework that we've already done from Sunday, and even today. Now, if we see a setup that we like, then yeah, we'll pull the trigger on that for potentially for a day trade. Now, also keep in mind too that we have this butterfly on that's still out here for around 6 days, super cheap. I think we might even still have the analyze tab pulled up for it. Yep, we do. We'll pull the butterfly in. Right. And we'll get this out of the way. Maybe because of the date. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. So yeah, butterfly action looking pretty good. The most you can lose is like $23. The most you can gain though is $421 if you get up to the almost the 600 mark. So that's the max you can get up to if it goes essentially to expiration. I think. Let's go further out. It has to just be, you have to put it for like today, essentially. But yeah, risk to reward looking pretty juicy. That's what we kind of like to see. -23, and then an expiration $434. The cool thing about this is for growing small accounts and the big accounts, it makes it a wild ride. So butterflies, this is meta, but you can do butterflies on just about anything. And we have one on for the futures. Remove from S Bear on the day. Shout out to it. Let's go look at some of our other hot takes. They didn't alert. We would have seen them pop up here. But let's go LIN. Boom. Looking for this one to the downside, hasn't really triggered quite yet. Right. Coca-Cola, Pepsi. Also same deal. Hasn't really triggered to the downside yet. There's Coca-Cola, now Pepsi. Same deal. Kind of twinning in that department, Coca-Cola and Pepsi. You got MDB, Mike Delta Bravo. Same deal. Looking forward to the downside. It's already in a downtrend. 21 pure moving average is somewhat flat. Sorry about that, guys. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I still have so yeah, I took that call. I got my buddy on the phone with me. He's watching the live and we're on live. So shout out to team effort here. So you're saying he's looking at SPY right now? He was looking at SPY. He giving out XRP now on like where to put a limit price at. Somebody just asked about that. Okay. So while he's looking at XRP, the ES is actually pulling to the upside a little bit. If it's going to go rotational, it definitely set in to do that like right now for sure. Yeah, it's going to go back up to probably its VWAP. It's probably going to push up to its VWAP for the ES anyways. Yeah, it'd be like $300 per play kind of deal, huh? I mean, yeah, I mean, if the overall objective is like if you're trying to build from a small account to a big account, then you would just want to keep adding. But if you want like a quick payout, then you're taking riskier bets. You know, you gotta risk some to make some. Yeah, yeah, I saw that. I was like, that's pretty nifty. Yeah, and some exchanges they actually have built-in bots, so you can just tell it to allow you to do it. They have built-in bots to their platforms now, which I thought was very interesting. You, of course, I'd want to evaluate performance, but yeah, that's pretty sweet. I keep my ear to the ground a little bit. Right, right. The NQ like the Nasdaq, the Qs they went back to their VWAP already as well, so that's good. So the Qs already pushed to their VWAP. So the probability of ES pushing to its VWAP is pretty high. It's pretty high. While I'm looking at it, because he's not looking at it, I hear him talking about Bitcoin right now. Yeah, it's gonna push up to its VWAP. The only reason why I wouldn't, even though I see it's going back up to the VWAP, the risk to reward is just not there. They got the essentially I'd be taking on risk down to the lows to keep my system and give VWAP. It's almost a 1-to-1. Almost. It's actually slightly less than 1-to-1. And ES is moving slower than the Qs. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of people that got short at the bottom there, like a lot. So the volume candles obviously are going to be very high in the beginning part of the day. There's a pop from NQ. ES is probably going to pop. Um, but really people got in mad short, and then they got washed on that 648 candle, and then the rest is kind of history. Now I've got an ES butterfly. That's why I'm not really tripping about it. I got an ES butterfly with a nice 10-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So if it gets above 60/80, I'm golden for ES, which is essentially SPY. So I'm hoping that in retrospect, that is SPY. Let's go look at the levels here. So you're looking at, like, if it gets above 604, I'm gonna be a happy man. I'm gonna be a happy man. It's 604. That's what I was saying. Like, if you're in the market, like, butterflies might be your best bet, bro. You just have to tap into a system, but you have to know how to set those up, and you have to be, like, comfortable with them, right? Because they're like, oh yeah, butterfly options are they are powerful. They will change your perspective real fast of what is possible. He looking at Taiwan semis, TSM. Is he looking at TSM? Yeah, I've got an alert on TSM to the upside if it breaks above a 207.17 for that gap. I want that gap, bro. I hope it fills that gap so bad. I didn't buy a call, but I want it to fill that gap. I want it to get above that rotational zone and fill that gap. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. With him going back and forth too, he missed. Like, if he was looking for the buy, he missed that rally. Yeah, it's already, like, when I said it was going, because I remember we were talking, and I was like, yeah, it's gonna go up to his a volume weighted average price, his VWAP, and it's did that and blew past it. So his time to buy was like 2, 4, 6, 8 minutes ago, not 10 minutes ago. He should have bought 10 minutes ago. He should have bought like 10 minutes ago. He went over XRP and TSM, and the whole time his play was bouncing into a very good range. Like, he would have bought, like, if he would have got futures, that's 20 points he just would have made. He would have made 20 points in that move alone. 20 points. Yeah, 20 points in the futures, which is good money. But I just didn't like that risk to reward. I didn't like it. But it was pretty, like, it was almost I would say a high 70% that was going to play out, because the Qs had did the same thing, and the Qs are leading right now. They're if you watch the Qs, he's going look at SPY, but if you go look at the Qs are leading SPY. In this, sometimes the SPY leads the Q, sometimes the Q leads the SPY, but right now the Qs are leading the SPY. And so when the Qs got up to his VWAP, ES getting up to its VWAP is likely. It's very, very likely. I just wanted to keep going personally. So I can give my damn butterfly. That'd be, ooh. Also, another one to look at. I took profits on AMD, and then my runner got stopped out. But that's after I took profits on a reversion to the mean trade, and then the runner got stopped. So, we'll see what happens after earnings. I'm selling options as well too. So I probably need to put an order there. Or let me go ahead and be out of this thing. Because it is not. I don't think it's gonna get filled. I don't think we're gonna be above it. There's too much risk there. He's getting into a Apple call. That's not bad. Apple, even with all of the that stuff with that thing, Apple held its chops with you heard about that BuySync, right? Or that the freaking Chinese app that is basically like OpenAI. They just made it for 300 million instead of 5 billion. Did you hear about that? No, well, you can't ever tell, right? So we know for certain that before the AI lockdown, the chip lockdown in China, this company had bought some Nvidia chips. We don't know how many though. So there's speculation that they didn't. The reason why it's so crazy is because there's speculation that they didn't use Nvidia chips, but we don't know, right? Because the CEO did buy Nvidia chips before there was an AI shutdown there. So just like everything else coming out of the People's Republic of China, we will never know. Now I'm about to hit my first take profit on Apple. I got Apple 2 days ago off the setup. I'm about to hit my first take profit on that. We're looking at 60% return on investment, around six. Well, right, yeah, it's up $456. For the call? Oh, great question. So around 600. It was the call option itself was 723 minus the sell was 175. Yeah, so around 600. Yeah, what's his expiration? Is it 1 week? What's his expiration on that puppy? February 7th. Gotcha. Where's your 20? Where's your 20? Eyes are broken. Where's 255? Oh. Yeah, I was about to say he's pulling the trigger on that. That's very interesting. I'd want to see more, but his risk to reward is going to be greater. I'll give him that. Yeah, I'm hoping this Apple pushes, and I'm gonna roll that puppy at highs. It'd be sweet. I got an alert sitting right there at that 236.66 where he's getting in at. And my alert to take profits is right there because you're running into a resistance at 237.23. And what's so goofy is if he was watching Apple, he should have got it. Um, he should have been on Apple like in that early part of the morning, right? It pushed, went sideways for about 6 minutes, right? Now, Oliver Velez theory basically says you see that break a high, you take that play, and then he'd be up. He's getting in right now, and I'm like, you know, You're about to run into resistance. You got 2 standard deviations sitting at high. He's late. But he is the expert, so he might know something I don't know. But when I look at it, I'm like, "Ew." Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take my profits on this while I'm talking shit. Go ahead and roll it. Oh, okay, sweet. That's good. That's good. You want that? Yeah, come down and pick me up, type shit. 240. Apple? We're not talking about Apple then. Yeah, Apple's only at 237. Oh, his strike price is 240. But he still wants it to come back and pick him up for the 240. Okay. I mean, fair enough. Yeah, I just rolled it. So brand new play in the works there. But nice profit. So I've been in since 225. About a $10 move there. Yeah. Apple roll there. Yeah, good job, team. Apple roll. Apple roll there for I don't know how much was I think it was like 60, 61% ROI. Rolled. Let's do roll 60%. For what? He said he wanted to play for January 31st. Why wouldn't you just, bro? Like, okay, so did he tell everybody that you got the Fed chair speaking on the 29th? I'm over here like, yeah, I mean, it sounds good. It sounds good, but the Fed chair is about to blow the spot up in 2 days. All right, you can get it. You can get it if you want to. I don't know what we get. No, what is he getting? Bonds? What is he getting? What is it? Oh, Apple call. All right, let me see, bro. Let me see what this. Let me see what Joe's talking about. I'm tripping, bro. He wants to get it for 3 days. I don't know. Well, I'm getting it with him because I'm taking a roll, but technically, I've been in already for $10. He late. He late, bro. All right. So yeah, if he gets it, he also gotta tell people that there's earnings, right? On the 30th. You got earnings on the 30th. You got what's his nuts coming on the 29th. So those premiums are gonna be fat, dog. They're gonna be fat. If it explodes that way. But let me put my risk reward in there just to be on the safe side here. And then next sign of danger is like right. Okay, he's looking to put money on the board. That's really what it comes down to. He's looking to put money on the board. He's like, I'm sitting on the sidelines. I don't want to sit on the sidelines. That's what he's saying. And I don't blame him either. I don't blame him. Because the Apple is the only thing moving. But Apple was smoking. Our setup had Apple smoking to the upside like 4 days ago. If you go back and if you look on your chart 4 days ago, that's what we bought Apple. Let me look at SMCI real quick. Let me go look at that. Oh, that bounced. That was a nasty bounce. I bounced there. Could have saved some money waiting for the VWAP pullback, which was highly probable, but I didn't care. Now it is coming back to test this level, so we could get a failure. I'll have to wait and see. See JD. What are you doing, JD? Kind of holding its own there. Shout out to JD. AMD XLF. See how financials are doing. I didn't even look at XLF. Oh, I need to go ahead and roll this. Fuck, I didn't even. That could have went against me. So we're up 58% on XLF. I didn't roll it, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll it. I gotta roll this vertical. We have a vertical. Okay, it's 10 days. I was like, where is my vertical? I'm stripping, dog. Losing my brain cells. I was like, where the hell is my vertical? 5150. 5150 on the buy. We're looking at the 20. We'll just go to 53. It's gonna mess up the balance, but don't really care. 7 Feb. Cool. We'll take some. It says all of $59 profit off the table. Let's see this. Whole dollar. Shout out to the. Maybe we can go way out of the money. If instead of 55, 60. Okay, I traded 65. That worked. Okay, it's about the same. That's fine. We'll just we'll take what we can get. What the? I'm gonna cancel that right now. What the hell? Monitor XLF. So we want to buy the 5150. That's all I know right now. Buy 5150. And then we're selling 12. 12. This is 6. This is 4. 54. Okay. Let me do that. Sweet. He said, I didn't get those Apple 240s. What are y'all doing? He said, I didn't get those Apple 240s. Y'all tripping. I heard him. He was like, I didn't get those Apple 240s. Yeah, like that's what I was saying. It's gonna run into resistance up there. It's not like it's just gonna run for 3 days. You got resistance up there at that level. I'm not, I don't know what's gonna do, but you've got resistance at that 237. If you look all the way back to September of last year, major pivot, major weekly pivot on that like major weekly pivot. It's like come and test that twice. Big move, big pivot. There. So I would want to see it break that 237.13 for support. You would have to be patient for that. You know what I'm saying? Or you should have got it 4 days ago, because now it's just going up here and it's gonna dick around, so to speak. But if it breaks, man, hey, if it breaks that 237.23, let's go. I'm with it. I'm with him. Like I'm in the play. I'm in the play with him. I'm in the play. Yeah, and if he can go ahead and drag this ES trade up, that'll be sweet. Oh yeah. Yo yeah. Did he ever get that ES trade? Did he ever get that SPY trade? He's got Apple in there and TSM. But he didn't pull Apple yet. Did he pull TSM yet? He put it in for a open order, 192 buy limit. Oh, okay. Alexa, let there be light. See, that's interesting because okay. He's got that TSM for what, like a week? Expiration maybe? It don't say. It doesn't say. Okay. Well, how I would set it up then if because if I was gonna pull the trigger to the upside on that TSM, I would have did it already and just accept the risk at or below 193. 193.67, I would just accept that. As if it goes below that, I just might as well let it go. Because yesterday it did come down there and respect that 193, 193.76, 193.70, excuse me, 193.67 level. It respected that. So Dallas is bouncing today. You could set it up like, okay, I'll take the buy, stop out at the low of today, and then ride that puppy up to 205. Because it's got a lot of rotation to the left. Is he? What is he is a Weeble? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like some channels like that are good for, like, you can see like ease of entry and exit. You kind of like know the user interface better. But for charting, man, it is probably rough. Like I'm looking at them like, yo, this is obvious rotational zone right here. And like I would have already been on the play, but yeah. Well, for me, it's like you have to tell the crappy part about trading, and this is for everybody on my channel too. The crappy thing about trading is learning it for yourself is easier than being able to teach it to others. That is like by far way easier. The reason why you have so many programs and so many platforms out there that teach this stuff is because learning it most of the time is just time on the charts. So when somebody gets profitable, they can show, hey, I'm profitable. And people are like, see, I want to get profitable. So, but to get profitable, a lot of times you had to do like multiple years on the charts to be able to do that. And there's not really a lot of shortcut because most of trading, it's like 10% technical. But how are you going to teach somebody? How are you going to teach somebody the 90%, which is the most? Like, how are you going to teach somebody to take profits and not get their eyes get big because they see $1,000? Like, how are you going to teach that? Right? You'd have to give somebody some. Yeah. Did he get it? That'd be interesting if he did pull the trigger on that. Interesting. And that's also why I can't copy somebody else's trades because I would have been pissed. Because Apple, like he's saying he's in profit now. Mm. I mean, that's goofy stuff right there, man. Because like, does he have somebody executing the trade for him? Because you should be able to see him execute the trade. Like you can see him like typing it in. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Put this shit in the wrong direction again. By the way. Yeah, that's unfortunate. You know, I put a trade in the wrong direction. It was profitable, so I took like $5, and I got out of the play real quick. I wanted to put this play to the downside, but I got blessed slightly. No, I got in the right play. I just got in the wrong direction, And you know me, I don't give a shit about no pullback. Sometimes it'll pull back up to like I know I should just wait for it to pull back up to view. So if I'm gonna sit here and watch it, I might as well just wait for it to pull up to view up, right? I don't do that. I just be like, oh yeah, hit my trigger. I'm getting in the trade. Fuck it, right? When I could just wait for it to pull up the VWAP and then take the trade to the downside, right? But I put it to the upside because I just pulled Apple roll to the upside. So I'm in call left side of the screen, right side of the brain, left side of the screen. I mean, if we're looking at something right that's in your wheelhouse, let's see. Try to find something in particular in your wheelhouse. We're down on JD 9%. That's fine. Yeah, see, I don't like that. That's no bueno. XLF still up 47%. I'll take it. Yeah, I'm tripping. I want this Crown Castle to get back up to view up before I pull the trigger. I'm gonna just have to be patient. Price wise, if we're looking at price on this puppy, it's not going to be expensive, I don't think. CCI to the downside, 92.50. Strike looking like 340. And then the delta. So all said and done, around 260. 260 to the for one contract for a vertical 260. Not too bad. But I gotta wait for it to get up to view up before I execute that to the downside. Oh, is it respecting that? Oh, it's below 200. Okay. It's not anywhere close, though. That's fine. Come on, baby, light my fire. Yeah, it needs to go ahead and get up to this VWAP so I can pull that trigger. Oh, I know it's live you're watching. Let's see. Here's some echo. But yeah, so if you're looking at the chart right, going up to essentially, I'm looking to take this play to the downside, but I wanted to get back up to this VWAP, this 91.42. So we got buy. I'm buying the 92.5 puts, and then I'm selling the 85 against it. Now that's already down here. So, and all I do is I just wait for it to get up to VWAP, and then I just execute the trade. So you can see down here which trade I've got pulled up. Does that make sense? Like you could see it. You see my limit. You see my strike. You see how many I'm buying. Right. Full disclosure. Like I'm not out here hiding shit. Different screens. Crown Castle. It's just. Oh, let me go through the trade process though. Get Crown Castle downtrend, unbalanced volume red, nice drop with a juicy rip on the weekly. Right now, I'm gonna bring to the front of the classroom the daily. Um, the daily, right? You get that's this drop here. You see the one setup there to the downside. Didn't take that, but this is in the moving average cloud, and you got a nice juicy candle right there that just got washed to the downside. So really, we're just fighting for nickels here. What I call fighting for nickels, waiting for it to get up to VWAP so we can get another dollar or two of price action to the downside. because you've already got on the 10-minute chart, this bad boy's already started striking negative. So we're getting into a new trend, brand new in baby stage, right? Baby stage. But this yesterday was massive volume. So these guys, retail traders getting washed right here, might make them a little shaky. They might exit. If they exit, we get a windfall. If they don't, well, we'll see what happens. Your stop would be above here if it does trigger. If it gets up to VWAP in a timely fashion, our stop's going to be above here. Boom. So your stop's going to be above 93.39. And where would we take it? Also, you have a gap on the board too. That's another thing too. You got a gap right here. So gap fill, high gap fill probability, right? We're looking to take this down to the low, ideally. Right, down to the low. And we'll just wait and see. Boom. Yep, here we go. Getting pushing back up to VWAP. So while we're waiting for it to get up to VWAP, and I'm not gonna be like him and miss my VWAP. No offense to him. If he gets up there, actually, we'll put it halfway. So that's about where it's gonna be. Cool. So Apple, like if we go back and look at Apple, let's go back and look at what he did for Apple and what we're doing for Apple, right? The difference is he's looking at a position right here, right, in this area, which is fine. Let me show you what I saw that I was like, ugh, right? Just warn people, let people know what's going on, shit, so they can assume the risk. You could take the play all day, just let people know what's going on. Oh, fuck this chart, here, let's go to the weekly. Perfect. Look at the weekly. Look at that. Test number 1. Test number 2. In momentum, pause at high before the next week. So when it comes up here, you gotta let people know. You gotta let people know at 237.23, you might get some friction. Okay. Yeah, I can send it to you. No, I'm saying like that year, like that was quick. Are you talking about this way, the year? Yeah, I didn't know if that was like a screenshot from last year or if it was like still the market, like this scroll back to the market. Oh no, this is I put no limits on this puppy, so essentially all the way back to like 2020 type shit or 20 like the 2000s. I just zoom in on it. Yeah, this was juicy. Like we bought some on that big dip. We bought one share there, one whole share. Apple, shout out to Apple. But don't worry about like the share. Look where we're buying. Like look at that, 208 on that drop, and then right, nice push. This is disgusting. And then for the play itself, this is our setup, right? You're in green territory. We've been in green territory, right? Pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back. On the day, pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back. Right? Setup candle crosses above the high. It doesn't cross above the high on this one. It doesn't cross above the high on this one, but it does on this one. Then look at the follow through. Boom. Right? So 1, 2, 3 days of follow through. You got earnings coming up. Now everything is in your favor because you got it early. Right? You got it mad early because your risk to reward is too high. If your risk is too high if you take it right here, your risk potentially for it to move and go in and out of here, it's high. It's very high. It could easily tomorrow or the next day dip inside of this rotational zone. It could easily do that. Right? It could easily go back in here and just play around. He been moving his stop loss up. Oh, on his Apple trade. Yeah, his stop limit he moved up like 5 times, 6 6 times? Sweet. Yeah, but he kind of needs to because he bought the 240 call. He's got this call. His call, let me mark it up for you. His call doesn't start having real value until it gets here. So everything, all the value he's got is time value. I'm gonna put it in purple, right? His contract is up here. His doesn't get any value until it gets up here, other than what it has on the contract for time. There's really only two ways you calculate value in your contract. You have time value and then you have intrinsic value. Right? My contract where I rolled it already has intrinsic value and it has time value. His only has time. So if it doesn't get up there, he's got to sell it to somebody who thinks it's going to get up there. You know what I'm saying? Unless it gets up there. Let me go ADP. I'm not saying that's you can't trade that way. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that there's ways to do it. Do we even have I don't know if we even have enough dry powder here. Let me check. Well, I can't check. Yeah, let's do this. We'll switch this to this. No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Yeah, we won't do that. We'll just risk it for this biscuit. How many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, we're good. We'll pass on this ADP. It's 7 days. Too long. No, Bobby. We're gonna have to pass on you. Not fast enough. Now we should have took this one down here. Should have took this one down here. So as it crossed below here, broke the high. Nice juicy rip right there. That would have been flawless. A couple days right there for the day trade. But yeah, this one it's just late. 7 days is 2 days too late. Hey man, let's see if my it's butterfly, if it's flirting with it. Oh, it's flirting with it. What are we doing? What are we doing, Murph? What are we doing? What the heck? It's flirting with my butterfly here. Hold on. Let's see. I'm trying to see what it looked like. I just take a snapshot of what it looked like. It's not even on the damn thing. Okay. Anyways, that's not the point. Let's go look at on the monitor tab. Maybe we can pull up what the yeah, it's still negative, but not for long. Okay. It's already up 20%. Shout out to it. 6 days on the contract. Can we analyze? I think I have to go to account statements and then find it and then go to analyze, which is silly. Nope. It's gonna make me lose my mind up in here. I know I had it in my analyze tab. Okay, can we not? Oh, there it is. I had to put it up there. Okay. So I don't think I had any of these, but just to show its potential for this butterfly, right? The most you can lose on this butterfly that looks about accurate. The most you can lose is like $62, right? But let's say the most you can gain on this butterfly is $868. That's why people like butterflies. They love butterflies. Love, 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 love them. on this one, right? The most you can lose is $37. The most you can gain is 900. Yeah. Right? It's pretty disgusting odds, which is a great way to turn a small account into a large account. And as we go, let me go to the monitor tab here. It's flirting. Let me minimize this. It's flirting with my butterfly. So the most I can lose is I think 100 on this, 100 or like 25, 100 or 60 something. And but the most I can gain is something crazy, right? Go back to the charts here. If it gets above this this 60, 80, 45 level, if it gets above that, then we're gonna recheck it. I'm gonna actually put an alert there. So we'll put an alert. And if it gets above there, we're gonna take a look at what the options valued at, just so you can see. If it doesn't happen, I can't make it happen. I can't call Buffett up and be like, "Yo, Buffett, what are we doing, brother?" So now we're back on CCI, and you see this. This is a good indication as any to go ahead and take this trade to the downside. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the trigger on that. I'm gonna pull the trigger on this CCI trade to the downside there. Freaking push. It had a nice. It slapped to the downside. It slapped, but it still filled me though, so I guess I'm okay. I was like 2 minutes too late. See see how it comes up to VWAP and then it doesn't even get up there before volume steps in, and then it slaps it. It just slapped it that quick, and it's like, oh, you want to get in? Mwah! Get out of the way, bitch. Yeah, there we go. It's perfect. So like we waited as it went down and it pulled back, and then we took the play, and now hopefully it continues to push. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. So our stop is that 93.37 as a 1 bar professional, and then take profit potentially is $84.58. $84.58. We're looking for that. Hopefully that carry through. Boom. I think we closed. So we'll let that marinate there. Yeah, we closed Dominion, by the way. So pretty cool trade here. Setup candle in the wrong territory. Nice follow through on one day, and then it didn't do anything else. But we were able to roll it and like take a lot of our profits off the table here, like 60%. Like this day was just didn't give us any problems, and we took it off because it was that pretty cool. But it since went back up, and we took off our other contract at break even, and we just let it go. That was a 71% return on investment there. Let me go back. X. Control B. Cool. Get rid of that. Okay, cool. So that was Dominion. Just doing some note taking here. Let's look at watch it play out. We might take some heat on it, but remember we have it at a stop all the way to 93.30. So we'll go look at that. Let's see how your boy's doing over here with this ES trade. And his Apple trade. Look at Apple go. Look at Apple go. Go, go, go. So it's getting up there. It's getting up to his getting up here to his 240 level. What do you think? You think he's gonna get up there? You think it's gonna give a retest of our invisible line? I mean, 240 is a psychological level. You said what? Yeah, man, these those good old whole numbers like 240, 250, those are like psychological levels. Like you gotta be careful. What I'm hoping it does, like it gets up to 240, it pulls back to the 237, and then it pushes back up there. That's what I'm hoping for him, for his sake, right? Yeah, we rolled up XLF here. Let's see, copy. Closed D, 71%, rolled up XLF. ETN, let's see that. I think I rolled that up, but that might have. Oh, you said what? Oh, yeah. X. Yeah, ETN, nice profit take on this one, but it gapped. Our runner gapped and did not recover. But good thing for us, it was just a runner. So that's good. Mira, complete stop on Mira. It was a baby stop too. We'll take that. We'll take a baby stop on Mira. It was looking mid anyway. Got to look at some OKE. I think we are out of that as well. Are we out of that? Yes, we are. Shout out to it. And we got out of the way too. So I'm hoping with this new setup candle that it crosses above it and we can take another stab at that puppy. Because we got a good roll taking profits at that rotation, and then we got a good break even out of that too. Let's see, okay, roll up. IBM. Let's go look at IBM's goofy ass. Yeah, stop that at IBM there. Yeah, that stop was that was acceptable though. Really, really tight for our system. IBM. Actually, Control X. Good, nice, juicy little stop there. STP. It is what it is. And then last but not least, JD. JD's playing with my emotions. All right. So JD, the candle got washed, yes. But the problem is it's coming in neutral. So, I mean, you could argue it's like a bear flag, kind of. Like comes out the gate push, goes neutral, right? But these guys are already off sides. There is a gap, there is gap risk here, but our stop is below that gap risk. So hopefully, even if it fills a gap and keeps going, that's a risk reward there. JD.com. That is a Chinese company. Full disclosure. Right, speaking of Chinese companies, go look at Alibaba. Look at Alibaba. Alibaba could go either way too. Super weird. So you got unbalanced volumes green, 21 period moving average is trending upwards, right? You got setup candles to the up and to the downside. So, and I mean, look at that fat rip here. Nice pullback. I don't think there was much indication to get in that rip. You do get a setup here. Yeah. And you wouldn't have got stopped out too. You just had to be super patient to wait for that rip. You'd have to be super patient. Yeah. I mean, if you're a 2-bar professional, your stop's down here. Yeah, you'd have to be mad patient, dog. You'd have to be mad patient. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. If we got a 3-week contract, then next week you would have to roll it. The momentum would have kicked. So if you get in this candle right here, these two candles, it's telling you, hey, momentum's kicking, putting market orders in above that range, it's gonna push. But you don't know that. Could get rejected. Give me Apple. We go back. Apple's pushing up to your boy's level. I'm rooting for him, man. I'm rooting for him, that 240. We'll Apple. Look at that. Look at Apple go, man. What time frames? What time frames does he trade on? On 5 minute. Okay.
At least that's what I saw when he pulled up on the screen. What I saw was on the
screen. Yeah, I trade the 2 minute and the 10 minute, but 5 minute works. Industry standard. Yeah, he should have been in that play, like obviously, like the first 10 minutes of the day. First 10 minutes should have been in that play to the upside. He was in the upper third. Nice push. Setup candle. Our red bar ignored. Nice follow on volume. Right. Ooh. Freaking ES just got. Yeah. ES. Let's go take a look now. Now let's go take a look. Since it wants to play hardball. So already up 20%. Already up 20%. 40%. If it keeps pushing. We'll watch it throughout the day. Essentially, with it being up to quote 20%, that's $5, right? But remember, the risk to reward is like, max loss $25, max gain is like $400, $500. and it expires in 6 days, by the way. So we might, like, if it gets up in the mid range, we might just pull it off. Because I don't think if it gets back up there, it's not coming back and expiring there in 6 days. But I'll take that. We'll take that push though. Oh yeah, we'll take that push all day. Yeah. So we'll let it do its thing. Let it do its thing. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call this live. For those who joined us live, shout out to my buddy too. He's on the line with me. It's actually the best way to trade when it's a team effort. I'm gonna tell you right now, I love looking at the charts and I love my homie. He already knows that, but you guys don't, and you guys know now. But yeah, this is actually our first time doing a live with the homies on the phone, and Shorty called too. So it's a whole party effort kind of deal. Um, just so everybody's tracking, right? I don't want to lose sidebar of what's going on, minus us looking at ourselves on this live here. 29th. Everyone track that. 29th, Jan 29th is Fed chair. So I will pull this up, bring it to the front of the classroom for you guys. Fed chair on the 29th. This is free. You can go to the Fed Fed website at www.cmegroup.com and just pull up this tool, right? It tells you when the next meeting date is for the Fed. So Super Jerome Powell, right? Powell in the markets. And then current rate is 4.25 to 4.5. And then probability that it'll stay that is 97%. So don't expect to see a rate cut and the market go boom. Now the Fed chair could say some off the wall stuff like the market is horrible and everybody want to sell their shirt. Something also to keep in mind, Forex calendar, if I can pull it up. Stop lagging. Hope you guys can see that. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so you guys can see. But what we have moving in, it is Tuesday, right? Moving in tomorrow. You do have Fed funds rate, FOMC speak. We just kind of broke that down. And then after that, the next day, you do have unemployment claims. So unemployment claims is going to be a big one. That should go up. Ideally, it was in kind of in. It took a little bit of a hit, but it looks to be flattening out. So we'll see if unemployment claims can recover and give us some good news, right? Then you have on Friday core your core price index. Your core price index. So essentially, red flag for the rest of the week. Watch that if you're a day trader. In those particular areas, just really keep that in mind. I'm telling you. That's the news for the week. You guys saw us trade live, saw us take profits, saw us take a couple rolls, and you saw that we get on with the homies. So, guys, I love you. Tap into the channel if you haven't already. Like, comment, subscribe. And if you don't watch the Sunday videos, please watch them. They are a little lengthy, but we just dive in on Sunday and kind of cover like recaps, strategy, right? This is a good place to ask me a lot of questions when I'm not distracted, stuff like that. You can put them in the comments and I will get them probably on the Sunday video. So if we do those live, definitely tap in because you can ask me questions directly in the comments. So thank you guys. You guys are awesome. We'll catch you on the flip side. MC Fire. Have a good day and goodbye.